Good morning, everybody. It is a Monday, and yesterday I did a video. It was so horrible and messy, and I look like I just come out of a grave site. And I've deleted it all because yesterday was a mess of a day. So this is an intro to Saturday. You're going to see Saturday's video now because I found some really good stuff Saturday. Maybe I wasted money, I don't know, but we'll see. Sometimes you've got to take a risk. But yesterday was a day where the night before I slept for about 3 hours. I'm a cup of tea. I'll talk to you in a second, but I have a cup of tea. I have green tea. No sugar, nothing. No milk, nothing. Don't do milk. I have a Scotch finger biscuit with it. Right. Yesterday morning, I had not slept well because I have a husband that's not well. And he had a really gurgling. I taped it. It was that bad. I'd share it with you. I knew how. It was a snore that was very liquidy. Like he sounded like his lungs were really full of liquid. And so I didn't sleep well. I actually slept at the other end of the bed because his snoring was so bad. I thought, right, I'll sleep up the other end of the bed. And believe it or not, I actually stick an earbud. You know the normal earbuds, like you put in your ear? Yeah, you'll see something mentioned about an earbud in the next bit of video. Anyway, I stick that down my ear trying to block out a lot of the sound. But I slept at the other end of the bed because his snoring was so damn bad. Anyway, so I've woken up really early. He's up and down on the loo, groaning and moaning and all the rest of it because he's got more than one health issue. He's got a lot of health issues, a lot. But his lungs was what was my concern. And I said, do you want me to take you out to the hospital? No, this is causing the pain at the moment, my really bad headache. Okay. I said, your lungs are really bad. You want to hear it? And he heard it. He went back to sleep. And I hung around all day, all morning, till about 11 o'clock. I said, look, you want me to take you out? I kept saying, no, you want me to take you out to the hospital? I sat in the car, did some work, emptied the loo, did all the normal stuff that I've been doing lately. And he goes, no, I don't need to go yet. Okay. So he waited. Can you go get me some headache tablets? My head is pounding. But so I did. And as soon as I got there, he goes, oh, can you come and get me? I need to go to the hospital. I can hardly breathe. Now, this is not the first time this has happened to him. This has happened so many times, and he does not listen to me. He waits till the last minute. Last time I actually had to call an ambulance. This is back in Tamworth. So he's had pneumonia every year since he had his injection, and I'm serious. Since he had his pneumonia injection, he has had pneumonia every year. We've been in the hospital in Port Macquarie, Tamworth, Ballina last year, now here in Grafton. I think there was somewhere else he got sick as well. So I've taken him up there. I waited around. They did the rat test, which showed nothing, and then they did they put his oxygen on, and they did all these other thing. And I don't understand all the jargon, but they've kept him in overnight. I've got a drip on him. He can't come home for 2 or 3 days. He's got COVID apparently. Maybe it's what we all have, but because his lungs are so bad, he's like really bad. He had a blood clot go through one of his lungs a few years ago. He thought he was having a heart attack. It was at his marine rescue volunteer work he did a few years ago, and we got a call. My granddaughter was at home, and someone dropped in and said, hey, Pop's called the hospital. So she's in a panic calling me. And it turned out it wasn't a heart attack, it was a blood clot that had gone across, and it actually scarred one of his lungs. So he's got really bad lungs, right? He's had asthma for years, blah blah. So I've left him up there. He's up there the night, but he's now in ISO, so no one can go see him. But I did take his earphones up last night. I got Missy to take it into the front room because he needed his earplugs because he couldn't listen to anything. He's not allowed to have any noise. But anyway, he's in the ISO. We were there for about 11 o'clock yesterday and 9 o'clock last night before he got into a room of his own. And he said one of his catheters must have hit something, and there was blood all over his sheet. So he's lying in a sheet of blood for hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, this is why people die in hospitals. I feel so sorry that nurses are so overworked. But anyway, that's where we are at. And what am I doing in the car so early at 7:46? I didn't sleep very well last night because I had a blasted headache. No snoring men and kids weren't too bad, but rotten headache. And I wasn't going to take any tablets because I had to be up early because my husband's sick, to take the car down to Coffs Harbour to get it serviced, the big $1,200 service, which I'm not happy about. But anyway, we have to get a few things done, and it keeps the good car running. So that's what we've got to do. We've got to do it. So that's my day at the moment. I hope you enjoy the Saturday that I'm about to share with you. But that's my day. So I think I'm going to be down there for a few hours. So I've packed I took so many photos yesterday, which you would have seen, but I'm going to delete the whole video because it was an absolutely chaotic mess. I'm going to delete that video. Maybe, I don't know, you might see it, I don't know, but I don't think so. It was really bad. Yesterday was not a good day. I took a heap of photos of all my big bag of clothing, so I've got no more clothing again, and measured everything last night and listed all the clothing, and I took a heap of jewellery photos yesterday and cameras and all that sort of stuff. So I've got them ready to, when I'm sitting, because I'm not going up shopping now, I'm not going to have a car, I'm going to have to sit at the place for ages. So I've got a heap of stuff to do. I've got a book to read, I've got crocheting in case I get bored, and I've also got to get my grandson's logbook fixed up. So I'll be busy, I'll be good, and I hope you enjoy this video. And I hope you enjoyed the Saturday video and the Friday video? Saturday video, whatever video I did, sorry, the Saturday mug video. I hope you all enjoyed that. And if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch it. It gives you an idea of things you can actually buy when you're out hunting for treasures. And yeah, if you've watched that video, I've actually got watches on two of my expensive mugs, and my little Scotland ones, I've got watches on both of those as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have those sort of things that you might not notice about. So go back and watch it if you haven't. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. I am just leaving Grafton now. The kids are all still asleep. I had the fan on running for a little while before I left, but I turned it off before I left just in case there's something. I'm one of those people that go, oh, better turn it just in case. So they're going to wake up to a cold bus, but I don't have to worry about power issues while I'm gone, sparking anything. So take care. I will see you on Wednesday. I don't know if you'll see me tomorrow, but I'll see you Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It is me. It is I. It is the flipping boomer. The reselling boomer. I'll get used to it eventually. It is a Saturday morning. It is 7:32. I woke up first. They're all still asleep. I slept okay last night. I feel a bit more refreshed because the kids went to bed early and no one was snoring, and I didn't have reflux or a headache, and no sinus and no coughing. I took off to bed this morning with no coffee in the middle of the night. So I actually slept. So I feel a bit more alert than I did yesterday. But what am I doing in the car? Well, I was going to the toilet. I didn't. Thought one of my dogs was missing. The door was wide open. Now we've got an escapee Labrador, the girl, the long one. She often escapes. The door was wide open, so I think she escaped and came back. But I got up. I could not find her anywhere. So I just went back in to pick up my money for the cat. For what I'm going to do in a second. She's guessed. And she was at the feet of my granddaughter because she's a dog whisperer. She's got one dog on one side, one dog on the other, one dog on her feet. So that's where the little miss was. And so I can relax now. Otherwise I would have had to go looking for her instead of going garage sailing, which I'm doing now. So I had to go back into the bus to get my money for said garage sale. And there she was. So I'm glad I went back in. I'm glad I forgot to grab my money. So I'm going to do this. And let's hope I have something to share. So stay tuned for that. We are here. And there's a lot of people over there too. So let's hope it's something for me. Well, I didn't get much except for this big TV here and this little TV here. They were $2 each. They were been in their shed. They want to get rid of everything. Remote doesn't work on one, the little one, which is fine, and it's just for kids for the games. And the other big one has got two very faint lines down one side of it. And I thought I gave them $5. I thought for $2.50 each, why not? I can always redonate them for that price if they don't work. So that's all I got there. I hope there's more. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. I'm trying to be. Yeah, I don't think they can see me anyway. That garage sale was ridiculous. I don't know. I find this, and you guys might find it too, every time you go to these brick and tile, new estate type places, the garage sale prices are ridiculous. You go to the old school type, the older homes, and they're so much better every time. As soon as I turned down this street, I thought to myself, I hope this is not a brick and tile house. His prices were just crazy. Like, he's going to have most of that stuff still there by the end of the day. it's his problem, not mine. But seriously, it was crazy. So I don't know if there's any more garage sales in town. All of them seem to be at Yamba and places like that. So I'm going to go and put a post up on the local site and see if there's any more garage sales around that hasn't been advertised. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do otherwise. I need some treasures. So I've been to the shed. I dropped off the big TV. Got to drop off the little one, so hopefully someone will use that. And I'm going to head home, empty the toilet. I think everyone's still asleep. Empty the toilet, have a cup of tea. I'm desperate for a cup of tea this morning. It's not always, but I am today. That is it for the garage sales that I know of. I'm going to head to the shed. I'm going to try and do this other video that I want to do for you. We'll see. Depends what happens. But I'll see you in a minute, hopefully, after my cup of tea. It is now, I don't know what time it is, 9:16. I came home, had a cup of tea, my picky. Everyone's still asleep. It's great. Sneak out with everyone and go, where are you going? And I've emptied the toilet like a good person that I am, and I'm off. The worst thing you can do when you know you've really got to get to the shed and sort some stuff out, the worst thing you can do is watch other resellers buying stuff. I just watched one of the guys from America. I so need to go to America. I need to get a big cargo bins, probably 2 or 3 of them, and fill them up with all the treasures they find over there. So yeah, the worst thing you can do is watch that, because now I want to go to the op shops. So I'm going to go to the op shops and hopefully for the day in a row and see if there's any treasures for me today, because I need a treasure. I need a treasure, and then I want to go back to the shed and share the video with you. I've got to create the video of the stuff that I want to talk about. I've got to do that today. I've got to get it out of the way. I won't have a car on Monday. I'll be at the bus all day. So I've got to get that done. So I'll see you in a minute. So the option, as you know, I don't even know if you're going to see this video. I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. As you've seen, I didn't do great with my garage sales, but I ended up going op shopping because I could. And yeah, you got to stop watching all those other treasure reseller people who go and find all the amazing stuff. You do. You've got to stop. I got a bit of stuff at the back there. Got a big tray I can use as well for, I think, $2. But I don't know if I'll be able to get it. I'll show you what I've got here so it's easier. I've got some mongrels. These are actually mongrel boots, shoes, brand new for $10. They were sitting in the front window of one of the op shops on the other side of town. Unused, completely unused. Now these can sell $60 plus. I haven't looked at them properly, but I know they can sell for that. I think they've got the hard toe in it. I'm not sure, but I think that's what they have. But yeah, $10 for this. It'll turn into, hopefully, some decent money. It's only a size 6. So yeah, around $60, hopefully I'll sell it for. So I'll make some good profit out of those. Not exactly the treasure I'm after, but I found it. I ended up getting another old book. You know, I love my old books and I always seem to do well. Now, I cannot find a lot of information on this particular one, which is called the Faber Storybook, but it's got really old style pictures inside it. I can show you some that come up. Hang on. And I think, I'm not sure, yeah, it's next library book. So I think it might be from 1970s. 1979. Not, yeah, originally 1961, but this is a 1979 reprinted version. So I do well with books. I'm hoping that I'll do well with this book. Really funky sort of old school artwork in it. Yeah, so let's hope I make some money. I don't think I'll make the $58 I made on my like last one, but this one should make some decent money. I'll see if I can reach some of this stuff back here. I'm not going to get all of it, but I've picked up these for $1.50 or something, a whole heap of Asian canisters. I don't know if they'll sell well, but I always do okay with my tins. So we're going to see how we go with these. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 or 7 of those. Sorry, I got my back to you, but I also got 2 of these funky timing, what do you call it? Sands of time. You know what I mean? These timekeepers. So I don't even know how many minutes. I'll do it. One day if I feel like I'll have to time how long that takes to go through. But I got 2 of those as well. And I also got a scientific calculator. Now, these do sell well. Sadly, someone's got their name engraved on that, but they can sell well. I'll see how I go with this one. I have a couple of others I had listed at one time, and they're not listed now, which I've got to find and list those too. But scientific calculators, if you don't know, can do really, really well. I got a pottery book too. Me and my pottery lately, honestly. Let's see if we can get it out. It's a very old one, I think from the 70s as well, and one recently sold for about $15, so I paid 50 cents for it. Oh, I got 2 toys as well. Yeah, so you can see all the old school artwork, and a lot of people that are picking up all these sort of craft stuff, they like to do it. It's sold for $14.95 back in the 70s, and this is a 1983 edition. It was first made in 77, and it's going to sell for around the same price, believe it or not. So it hasn't devalued. I'm just going to see. I've got a really pretty bowl, I know that. Got a couple of. Do not listen to me at all when I say I'm not going to buy certain stuff. I'm not going to buy shoes anymore. I'm not going to buy DVDs or books anymore. I'm not going to buy toys anymore. I buy it all. I buy anything that's going to make me money. So this is a Russ lamb. So I bought that for that reason. This is a tag to look out for. Russ. And this one I've never seen before. It's called a moon bug. And they only cost me 50 cents each, so I'll make money on those, both of those. And a bowl. I'll show you my pretty bowl. There's a bunch of flowers too, fake flowers when I do my crafting again, if I ever get there. Not this pretty bowl for me, because I don't often like big meals, so I just thought it was really cute. See, it's got all that embossed. Looks like something from overseas, but I don't care if it's not. It's no stamping on it, but it's just really pretty, so I got that for $1. And this is what else I got. I'm so professional in my videos. I've got nothing left them behind, but I ended up going back. RST jeans, they're like motorbike jeans. I paid $5 for these ones. I don't know if they'll sell. eBay solds look good, but I don't know if this particular brand, this particular style or not. But they're all reinforced. They're all got the padding and stuff inside for motorbiking. Well, I've got some kids' books, school books sort of stuff too. So I want to be able to set up when we get a house, I'll probably set up for just storing stuff around for the kids to do and for their schooling. So I did get a couple of school stuff related things, which they're going to be pleased about. Not anyway. I got this. These are called Colt jeans, and the reason I got them, I'm hoping they fit me, which I don't think they will. I think they're only a size 10. They're only a size 10, but they cost me $4. That is the brand. Did I show you? That's the brand there, Colt. I got them because they're really funky, and I love my funky jeans. I have to unhem them. Someone's rolled them up quite high, unless they fit my granddaughter, and then they'll stay that way. Because all my granddaughters are all shorties, every single one of them. Miss 19 is the shortest of them all, but they're all short, and every pair of pants they get are too long. And then you got one of my sons, who's a normal size, and the other son is 6'7", 6'8". He has the other issue where his jeans are not long enough. So, but anyway, I think that's all I'm going to show you now, guys. I'm going to get in here, dump all this off, because I think my husband needs a car this afternoon. And yeah, I'll see you hopefully. Look, I don't know when you're going to see this video. You might see it after another video, before another video. You might not see it all. You might see it tomorrow. I'll surprise you, okay? I'll see you soon. So it's 1:30 something. No one needed the car. Everyone was just, my granddaughter was still asleep when I dropped him before with food. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go over to my messy antique shop and see if it's improved. It hasn't improved. And it's just funny because I'll ask him a price. He goes, oh, I'll have to research that. And I'm like, I've already researched it. I want to buy it. Let me know how much you want for it. But yeah, so I end up with nothing as usual. Lovely guy, but it's not how you run a business. And I tell you what, I am very, very seriously thinking about going to get my second-hand dealer's license, because I really, really, really would love to have a vintage shop so badly. And I think that would help by having a license, even though, yeah, let me know what you think. But anyway, I end up going, there's an op shop that stays open until 2:30. It used to be my favourite. It's not my favourite anymore. But I did go in there. I picked up some books, which I shouldn't, but they were really cheap. Like, they're getting rid of bundles of books like this for $1.30. And these are all Emily Rodder books. Nearly all of them are Emily Rodder. Yeah, all by one, I think. All by two, or Emily Rodder. So I'm going to pop them together sometime soon. I've just done my cut video, which you've probably already seen, because I've decided the cut video came out on Saturday and you're seeing this Sunday. because I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. It's Saturday still today. It's so confusing. Anyway, I went into that op shop that I said I didn't like. I used to like it, I don't now. Picked up some G-Star Raw. I am hoping that they're real. I really am. I've done well with G-Star Raw. I've got one pair that I've just about worn to death. Like, they're going to be having holes in it soon. That's how much I wear them. And another pair of them that I picked up ages ago for $4 each. And I sold another pair because I picked up 3 at the same time. And they paid for both my pairs. But this pair cost me $5. I think they're my size, so they may stay with me. But they've all been stamped at the back. Each one of them's got G-Star Raw, so I'm pretty sure they're an older G-Star Raw. Each of the rivets on the back have got G-Star Raw stamped on them, and I love G-Star because they are button-up flies, and I just love my button-up flies. So I'm pretty sure they're dinky dye G-Stars. Anyway, that's all I think for now. If you see me again, well, aren't you lucky? Hello, I'm back already, and I've just got a guy who messaged me to say he's got some vintage stuff to sell me. Whole heap of stuff, and I'll probably go out there soon, and well, you'll see it soon. But because I've had a really good day after yesterday's emotional dramas and all the rest of it. I had a really good day. I've only had one kid message me really quickly. No one's whinged at me. It's been awesome. So I end up going out to after being at that last antique shop, I went out to one out at Almara, which is about 10 minutes up the road, who was a shop partner. I don't know if they're business partners, but they shared a shop and they broke up ages ago. Not a partner, but you know what I mean, shop business partner. And he's the one that owns the one in town now, and his other guy that owns this other one in town is closing down because he's moving up to Toowoomba. So I went there, haven't been there for a while. It's quite empty compared to what it is, and I probably did waste some money, but I think I'll get my money back. I know I'll get my money back. But I'm going to quickly show you what I got because I love showing you what I get. But it's also vintage, and I love vintage stuff, as you know. One item isn't vintage, but I'm thinking about going back and getting another one because it helps with vintage. And I just checked the comps, and I wish I had checked the comps when I was there. Anyway, I ended up getting these two of these. They are very old hair nets from back in the day, original ones. For those who don't know what the hair nets are, they're in here. Oh, I can't even get it out, but they're actually made of real hair, which is really freaky. I didn't even know they made it out of real hair back then. Apparently they did. That doesn't, well, apparently it is. No, it can't be. Let me have a look. Real hair, human hair, fine meshed edge. Well, there you go. Apparently it's really human hair. So they're really, really old, and I paid $5 each. So he originally had them for $10 each. So I figured, well, I might be able to get $10 or $12 each on eBay. We shall see. But I love my vintage, and I love looking at all the old vintage stuff. At the shop next door, it's, I think, more of a commission base. They have all these risque ladies from the 1920s and 30s, and they had a whole album of 55. Oh, I'm not a pervert, but I just think the human form, the woman's form back then was just beautiful. And like the lady was saying, you didn't see you saw everything. Like, when I say everything, you saw the imperfections that we don't see because everything is all digitally taken away in photos these days. And they're just beautiful, beautiful women. And yeah, I would have loved to have got it, but I didn't get it. But anyway, while I'm back at Ludo's, yeah, all these clothes. His wife collects vintage clothing, so there's never much there. And a lot of vintage clothing is quite expensive. But I did see these gorgeous little nighties. This is one. Beautiful little one. And then the other one was actually still in the original box. And it's by Bacto, your local... Well, hang on. No, it's not even an original box, but it's an old box. It was in the box, but it's not an original box, but... It's an old box though, which is cool. Okay, so neither of them were in a box, but I got this one as well. So I'm going to be probably listing those. I've paid $15 each, which is probably a little bit much, but I'm going to be listing both of those for around $30 each, $35 each on eBay, maybe even $40, because they are gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with them at all, and people like that sort of stuff for their shows. They do those la-di-da-da, those sort of shows, whatever they're called. Anyway, I got some pack of cards. You know what I do with the cards? I sell them separately. So there's 2 lots of the same cards. So I'll make a bit of money out of that over time. I won't be a fast seller, but still, $5 for that. $5, no, $20 for all these, which I don't really need at all. But they had 2 different, these gorgeous ones with the stones in it. Even if I put them up for $10, those ones for $10 each and the other ones for $5 each or something, I'm still going to get my money back with a little bit extra. So we will see what happens there. I've even got elephant ones, if anyone wants elephant cufflinks. I think they're elephants. Got that. And then I picked up these, which I've not ever seen before either. Isn't it funny when you go shopping, you always feel like you've got more? It's not. You do. I've not seen these before. Maybe you have. Let me know if you have. These are wooden dollars, Australia 1988. Has anyone ever seen those? And on the back of it, it's got Katoomba Book Exchange. Well, I've not seen that one. And this is a tuit. It's a round tuit, if you know what round tuits are, you know. Lonesome Dove General Store, round tuit. So, yeah, give it to someone so they can get round to it. A 1990 wooden dollar. And a Collector's Supermarket 1981. What is it, 87? 87 or 81, 87 I think. And 1984, which is my eldest daughter's, it was her birth year. Yeah, so I had not seen any of those before, but I'll show you what I did get, and I wish I had got the last one that they had there. Was this. Now I just stupidly should have done it earlier. They had one left. This has been selling heaps of. I paid $20 for it because I love my antique books, and I do have a lot up north. But I really want to have a quick read of this. It's got all that in it, all the old vintage stuff. Carter's books are well known. I used to actually buy and sell them, buy them new and sell them, resell them at one time. This is Carter's sisters, so I don't know, these passed away and the girls have taken over. I don't know, but it gives you a price guide of a lot of vintage items. And I love it for that reason. It did cost me $20, like I said, but one sold for $65, and I'm like, damn girl, I would have been better off getting another one of those instead of all the other garbage I got. But anyway, I got the other garbage too. So I'm going to go in here, drop all this stuff off, take a photo of something someone wants to see, go home, grab my money, go up and see this guy. He's out bush, 70 years old, not out bush, out of town, and he's got, I'm going to show you. You have to wait. See you soon. Okay, story time.
Sorry.
Louise in the back is my granddaughter. Wave to the camera. Hello everybody. I just went to see this guy. It's so good. I got some stuff I'll show you in a minute, but I just want to get up the road a little bit so he's not seeing me talk to you. He's got a photo. He met Johnny Depp. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm so jealous. His daughter was doing some work for Johnny Depp as an acupuncturist or something. And she said to him, she was, the other thing was there, and she said, I never saw one thing out of line when I was there working with him. There was nothing on her body, no bruises, nothing. But he met Johnny Depp. He said he's got his signed picture. He showed me the picture. Johnny's got his arm around him. They're having a cigarette. No, sorry, they're having a smoke, special smoke. He says he's the only guy in Australia that knows has had a smoke with Johnny Depp. I mean, he says he's the nicest guy. He's like, you've known him forever. I knew he'd be like that. Oh, that was so exciting for me. Yeah. Anyway, I got 3 cameras, guys. I paid $100 for everything. I'm hoping I didn't get ripped off. This is an old one. This is a beauty. This is an old film camera. Agfa. I'll check that out later. He's got the Johnny Depp story's just blown my life. But he's got he's a collector, and he's got a Top Gun jacket from the movie back in the day. I don't know how that old that is, but you know when it was made. And he's also, which is keeping at the moment, he wants a couple of $100 for it. But he's also got Matchbox cars, like piles and piles of Matchbox cars in boxes. Like he's got, yeah. So he's looking at selling a lot of stuff over time, but Matchbox cars aren't really my thing. But I don't know if he's ready to sell those yet, because he's got a huge collection, boxes and boxes in his cupboard. Here's another one. Kodak's a really good camera to look out for, the old film cameras. They're really good to look for. People like to collect those. They all come in little bags, except for this one, which has disappeared on me. Where'd the other one go? There's another little camera here somewhere. A heap of watches is what I got. A heap of watches. And he said this one here, I think it's this one. He said this one should get $100 on its own, the brand of it. So I don't know what it's called. Guy Larocque should get $100 on its own, he reckons. He knows I'm a reseller, obviously, but yeah, I don't much about these watches yet. I will give them a quick look. There's another one there as well. I reckon that one's worth a bit of money as well. Now, oh, here's the other camera. It's a little camera. I haven't seen one like this before. It's a Kodak as well. It's a Kodak disc camera. I have not ever, to be honest, seen one like that, ever. So I'll look into that later. Now for the clothing. I got this jacket, Bridgestone jacket, which is about 40, this is about 40 years old, never worn. It's got the old Bridgestone insignia on it, Bridgestone across the back, and this patch here, racing patch there. It's like a parka type thing. That's one. And then this, which I've got to research and I've got to do a bit of work on it. It's been never been worn, been sitting in his cupboard forever, so it's got some yellow spotting on here, which you kind of can't see. It's an RL, another RL. I've got, this is my second RL jersey, Guernsey. This is Up the Blues, Paul Syrian. Is that what his name is? I'll write it up here later. You might know who he is. I have no clue. I'm not a ball chasing watcher, follower. Paul, I think Paul Syrian or something, Syrian or something. I'll let you know. But that, if you know anything about that, what it would be worth, do let me know. It's quite stiff because it's been hanging in these cupboards forever and ever. But yeah, so I got all that today. Now to make money back, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna go. Hope you enjoyed that little extra, and I hope you enjoyed today's that you saw yesterday, because today it's Sunday when I'm releasing this, even though it's still Saturday. Jeez, I confuse you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the previous video I did for you yesterday, Saturday. Even though it's Saturday, you know what I mean. I'm going. Bye.